This is VRCCMD, a prefab that I made that lets you control your VRChat map through a console-like interface. It's got an autocomplete system that will help you change settings, send commands, and even manipulate other players. I'm submitting it to VRC Prefabs, so go to vrcprefabs.com/browse if you want to check it out. There are 3 things you need to do to get VRCCMD working in your world. First, you gotta set up Udon and Udon Sharp. Then drag in the VRCCMD prefab and connect it to all the Udon objects you want it to control. You do that by dragging in those objects into the console command handlers field. Also make sure to drag in your main camera to get rid of that warning. You can drag in any Udon object, but you need to set it up to actually do something with the command it's receiving. I'm going to include an example command handler called cube teleport, so you can see how it's done. But basically, you just need to add 3 things to the class definition of your Udon object. The first is a string array called console command. The next is an array of commands that you want the object to handle. And finally, make a function called handle console command, where we analyze the strings in console command and react accordingly. This object, for example, controls the game in my world, and you can see I'm checking the word at index 1 of console command. And if the word is start, I'll start the game, but if it's end, I'll end the game, and you get the idea. Alright, that's all there is for setup. Once you get those pieces added to all your Udon objects, boot up your world and hit / in desktop or bring up the menu in VR. The autocomplete is going to give us a bunch of suggestions that we can click on. Or if we're in desktop, we can use the arrow keys to highlight one and tab to select it. The autocomplete suggestions that start with a / are the names of the objects that we just defined as console command handlers, and we can send them commands by typing out their name, followed by the command. The autocomplete looks at what we're typing and compares it to the array of possible commands that we provided. It's a pretty flexible system, and I can use it to create nested menus or provide usage hints to remind me when I'm supposed to type a number or a string or something. The autocomplete will also try to suggest the last command that you typed, so you can easily spam commands if you need to. Like here, I'm spamming the heal command to get me back to full health. And finally, what I think is the coolest feature is that I can hit the @ symbol to bring up a list of player names and send commands to other players in the world, and they'll run it as if they were the ones that typed it into the console themselves. The cube teleport example demonstrates this pretty well. All it does is teleport players to cubes and cubes to players, but by sending that teleport command to another player, I can effectively move them around the map without having to take my headset off and walk to my computer. So I made this prefab as a tool during development of one of my worlds, and then patched bugs as an afterthought, so there might be a little bit of spaghetti code in there. But it served me pretty well, and I'm hoping other people find it useful too. Thanks for watching, have fun with it.